my friend, my lover, my soulmate. In 2007, I was living in a lovely little apartment in an upmarket Brisbane suburb. I'd been living by myself after leaving my marriage of 20 years. It had taken a lot of courage to do so, and I finally did it. I had been separated for around 2 years and was not that impressed with the dating scene. Now I wanted to find out someone special to settle down with. I know it sounds so old-fashioned, but that's just the type of girl I am. Finding that someone to be with forever is the dream. One night I was sitting at home thinking about what I'd experienced in the last 2 years within the dating scene, and yes, there certainly were some fun times, but nothing truly meaningful or lasting. I came to the conclusion that dating is the pits, and I no longer wanted to participate. So I decided to pray to the universe. I honestly thought I had nothing to lose, and if anything, I was making it clear in my mind where I was heading from here. My prayer started off with, if I was not meant to meet that someone special, someone that I would spend the rest of my life with, then that is okay. I will concentrate on myself, my children, my career, and live the rest of my life feeling very happy and complete. I then decided to make a list of qualities I wanted in my life partner. I had heard putting it down on paper was like putting it in order. I still have this list today. I knew that this man was going to be someone very special, because as far as I was concerned, this would be it, the one, my friend, my lover, my soulmate. And if I couldn't find what I was looking for, I was prepared to go it alone if that was my journey and destiny. A couple of weeks later, a girlfriend of mine invited me to a work function one Friday night. She mentioned she had someone for me to meet. At that point I just saw, oh, that's nice, and thought nothing more of it. So I met her at her work, had a glass of wine, then we made our way to a small bar where there would be some salsa dancing. I loved to dance, so this would be a great night. A group of us sat around a large table, talking, dancing, and generally being very merry and enjoying the night. I looked a couple of times at this man my friend had brought along, and once again thought, not too much. He hadn't shown me much attention, so friends it would be. Halfway through the night, my girlfriend came up to me and asked what I thought of him. I said straight away, he's not my type. But as soon as I said these words, I could hear inside my mind, you don't know your type. Wow, could this be true? I said to my girlfriend, you know what? I really shouldn't make that comment because I haven't really had a good, long conversation with him. So I don't know what I think. Aha, moment for me. During the evening, I had a couple of dances with this guy, and it was nice. At the end of the night, everyone was going in different directions to their homes. However, he was going my way and chivalrously offered to walk me to a cab in the city. On our way, he asked me if I wanted to get a coffee, and I said that would be great. So we sat, ordered, and chatted for about an hour, really enjoying each other's company. We talked about our kids and work, nothing too serious, realizing that we did have some things in common. Kids and being previously married, no judgment there. Once we left the cafe, he walked me to a cab rank where we exchanged business cards and said goodbye. Lovely to meet you, and went our separate ways. It was just nice to have good company and not feel the stress or the expectations of a date. So as you can see, it was not love at first sight, or even lust at first sight. It was a good, down-to-earth talking and meeting someone who was interesting, with lovely manners and handsome to boot. It was about a week later he invited me to a casual bike ride along the river. I thought that's nice, and no heavy commitment in that, so I said yes. And for me, because I was so jaded with the dating scene, I was always thinking friendship. We made arrangements to meet at a park with our bikes. So here I am in casual clothes, waiting. Then suddenly, in came this sporty-looking guy in the usual serious bike-riding clothes. I have to say, I was intimidated. He had just ridden from his house to the park, which was about 15 kilometers away. I was thinking to myself, gee, I had only had my bike for the last month or so, and serious riding was not on my radar. I secretly think he was trying to impress me, and he did. Nice butt, Jay. That day was lovely, and we enjoyed each other's company. When it was time to say goodbye, I said my farewells, packed my bike away into the back of the car, and left rather quickly. Looking back, I've come to realize that I was really starting to like him. Someone totally different to the type of guy that I had dated in the past. This was all part of my journey, meeting new people, trying something different, and not labeling people or things that came my way. Just accept and trust. It was about a month later that he invited me to roller skating. We had talked, and he had texted me in between our next get-together and stayed in contact. I said yes to skating, as I had done a lot of this in my teenage years. I was so looking forward to reliving my youth all in an afternoon. We had a lot of fun just skating around. The image of this guy uninhibitedly performing the dead cockroach during one of the theme sessions certainly brought these adolescent memories flooding back. Once the session was over, I suggested we picked up some lunch and take it back to my place. Little did I know, my hubby says that this was me seducing him. Anyway, we stopped at my favourite pub, ordered lunch and took it back to my place. We opened up some wine and enjoyed ourselves in each other's company. My darling hubby never ended up leaving my place, and he became the one, my soulmate, and our lives started together. We both knew what we wanted in our lives and future. If we felt it then, we were prepared to give it a go. We both had children from previous marriages, and including them all together was going to be interesting to say the least, and so we did. We were married 2 years later, and the day was absolutely wonderful. A beautiful garden setting, cocktails on arrival, dancing into the night, but that's another story. It is now year 7 since we met, and we tell each other every day we love each other. We never leave without this simple but beautiful sentiment. He tells me every single day that I am beautiful, and we always kiss hello and goodbye. We flirt with each other with text messages during the day. These are the little things that we like to do to nurture our relationship. We also decided between us that the silly games some couples play, example, silent treatment, expecting the other half to know exactly what we are thinking, is not part of our relationship. We choose to speak up and let the other person know how we are feeling and why. One thing I was never told or taught as a child or teenager was that the idea of dreaming was okay at any age, and to trust that the universe only wants the very best for you. All you have to do is ask, and so I did. My husband is truly my soulmate and my best friend. We laugh with and at each other all the time. We certainly have our disagreements, but they are always done with respect for who we are as individuals. And the list? Well, everyone can have their own list. An opportunity to dream that special someone into their life. It sometimes takes a state of solitude to bring to mind the real power of companionship. Stephen Richards.